I mean, you could bring it in-house, it just, that'd probably be more expensive, but it'd be better. It'd be better service.
All right, we'll call this meeting to order. Mr. Croft, will you stand for the pledge?
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we started with the minutes. We have 3 sets of minutes. We have Commissioner's budget meeting on June 2nd, Commissioner meeting on June 2nd, and executive session on the 6th.
I'll make a motion,
I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion to approve all meeting minutes as written.
We have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Claims.
I'll make a motion, we approve all claims as written.
We have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Health Department.
Yeah, we have turned in last month's reports to you. I don't know if anybody has any questions on that. Right, and the other thing, in our health board meeting, we discussed, being able to offer credit card services to the customers that come in. The health board decided that they would like to go ahead and pursue that, so we was asking permission that we can move forward with looking into that, getting that set up. We would like to go with the Vega, which is the same company that the recorder's and clerk's office uses.
Would you have to bring us a contract? Is that what we did with the recorder?
I'm not sure, I'm just in the beginning stages of it. So,
I'll make a motion that you proceed with, evaluating credit card, options, and then if they need to come back, that you just get it to Josh to review before one of our meetings, if it requires a contract.
okay, alright.
Okay, we have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed?
I was just gonna ask
Go ahead.
a question, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So when you ask for this, these charges are for like environmental or on the nurse side or?
It's a credit card, so, Vega, what they do, any charge under $33, they tack on $1, because it doesn't cost us anything, that's how they get their funding. And then anything over $33 would be 3%. I sat down there earlier and figured that out so that we can post stuff. So, like on $100 septic fee, if they
Right.
chose to use their credit card, then it'd be $103 would be what would be show up on their charge statement. And that company pulls off their amount, and then our amount will go directly into a checking account.
So somebody, like if this is something that somebody, if it was uploaded online, could go in and pay certain fees and not have to come into the building to pay those, is that correct?
Yeah, we'd like to get it all set up.
Yeah, that was the question, what are the charges that we're using this for?
Yeah, it'd be all of our base fees.
So then it would just be reconciled every month to the auditor's office or every week or?
I do collections approximately every week. And some of them are smaller, I can maybe, because what I'm gonna have to do now, I will have to write a check out of that checking account to go along with that collection. And I'll have to be careful because we have 2 accounts that receipts are received into, which is our health clinic and the health fund. So, the receipts printed, I have to print off a report out of the pay of and match that to, because, the vaccines and like TB tests and things like that go into the health clinics fund. And then like our septic fees and food fees, all that go into the health. So would be a division in between pulling that money back out. So I would have to do like, every time we would do one of those collections, then I would have to do a check for specifically that collection. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Anything else? Sheriff's Department.
Things are going well in the sheriff's office. The study is going forward. We've got most of the data collected. They're doing interviews this week with different stakeholders in this. So just let you know that's doing well. And then today I brought a QCC is Quality Correctional Care. It's a contract the county has that pays for the medical care for the inmates. And these sheets show you what we were billed and what QCC was able to negotiate down on our medical expenses for our inmates. And this is just for your reference. A lot of times you all sign contracts and you know it's important, but when you realize how much they negotiate down the prices, it makes it much better for the taxpayers in the county not to have to pay any more than we absolutely have to. So that's all I have.
We have one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Ecmundy's contract.
Yes.
So she has received an estimate from Ecmundy for the backup assistant, care support from Ecmundy in increments of either option 1 is 1 year, option 2, 2 years, option 3, 3 years. And I think you're indifferent to it, so it's kind of whatever they want to do. So if you would like to, have the estimate, if you want to look at it and see which one you would like to do, then we'll go ahead and get it paid.
Have you looked at it?
I've looked at it. The only thing I said, Melissa and I had conversation, if this is a company we're gonna continue doing business with, which we have for the last few years, the 3 years saves us money. If this is a company that maybe we're gonna rethink our contract with them, maybe we should stick with the year to year. But over 3 years, it saves us a little money if we do the 3-year contract.
And we've been happy with the service the last
Yes.
couple of years.
I'll make always done a good job.
I'll make a motion that we, do the 3-year renewal.
Okay, we have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Thank you.
All right, planning commission.
Okay, I gave you my May report, and as you can see, there were 5 houses built, but there were a little less money per house this time, so we're at $970,000 this in May. For everything, accessory buildings was $543,000, and for any additions, we modeled just $16,000. But on the year, you can see we have quite a bit. We go 3.8 million for homes, 2.3 million for accessory buildings, duplexes, and then also the businesses, what Tika says vacations, I just dawned on, I didn't change that, but it's for businesses. What they put, the buildings are doing, so that's 2.8 million. I've got several permits in this month already for houses, and I've got, 2 new sector permits at Greatest Gaming, so they'll be coming in for building permits in the next 2.
So we're getting quite a few.
Yeah, we are.
permits,
Yeah.
You know, and everything.
Keeping everybody hopping,
Good deal.
okay? Any questions or anything?
Good. Thank you. RJL Solutions.
How's everybody today?
Hey.
Just pass out my June report. And then I also put together a handout for the comprehensive plan, which is some information in there. And I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I gave you the same thing. Today we had our June CETA meeting, which I thought went very well. We had a long conversation about regionalism and the changes of the state. We also talked a little bit about NASDAQ, and just a couple of items of business for you all. The Santa Claus appointment, they have put up Kevin Spartmore as who they want to see in that Santa Claus appointment. So I believe the commissioners have to affirm that, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I was looking for a motion.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Perfect, thank you so much. We also expanded the bylaws to include 2 more commissioner appointments. So we think that will expand the board a little bit more, a little bit.
Okay.
Any questions for me?
No, thank you.
Si-Ho?
Hello again. She's got some updated spreadsheet. So last time we presented the self-funded renewal, you guys remember the fixed costs If we go up by 5,000 on a specific deductible, fixed costs stay around 1% over current. Obviously, our exposure goes up because of the claims history, which we discussed last time. This updated proposal reduces the claims exposure just slightly by about 1%. You have option 1, which is the renewal as it is. Option 2 raises your specific deductible from 60 to 65,000. If you go down to the bottom of the page, you'll see total fixed costs. Has a couple lines up, total fixed costs. So option 2 is 1.06 over current. Everybody see that? 1.06% over current. Option 2, that's fixed cost, and then the total maximum liability is 15.75%. So if you renew it as is, your total max liability is 16.7, but if we just increase that specific deductible by a slight amount, $5,000, your total max liability actually goes down. So that's a good thing. We came today to also, Kinley Lynchnick with Deaconess at Work is also here to answer any questions about the clinic that we talked about last time as well. Any questions on the renewal or questions about the clinic at work?
No.
The good news also, one of the high cost drugs has not been filled for many months now, so we anticipate that falling off, which is a significant cost. And the other one we're working, there's another high cost drug that we're working on sourcing internationally, which would reduce it by 30 to 40%.
Good.
Okay.
I know you had a question back last time about 40 hours, and it was just a scheduling scenario. They schedule 40 hours, doesn't mean you're cut off at 40 hours, they just.
I don't know if
let it-
everybody need to get sick on Monday or Tuesday or.
No, so I was uncomfortable, answering that question for sure, so I asked Finley, Melissa said that'd be great, so. But if you do have any questions on this, if you want to renew, it will help lock it in, so nothing changes based on what the underwriters have done, up to this point. So I know you renew on 8/1, so, the incumbent is firm. The secondary, the option that we went to are actually looking at the May claims, so they weren't able to provide a firmer proposal for this particular time.
And this form is a new price sheet from what you gave in last month's meeting.
Slightly a little bit lower.
Yeah, we got it a little bit lower.
Just
Just by
because.
the deductible?
No, we pushed on them, and we also provided some,
Commentary on
competition.
some of the outstanding large claims.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
gonna do a little bit more from them.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Just slightly. It's been a year when you have a lot of high cost claimants, and so the underwriters have to take that into consideration. But we are very pleased with this. We did, on the second page, you'll see who we shopped with and the carriers that weren't able to provide a competitive quote or just totally declined. So we did shop it with 5 different with the incumbent and 4 other carriers.
All right, any other questions?
No.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's it.
Do you have an idea, do we need to come back as far as renewal for next month, or are you going to renew? We just need to be able to.
I would rather just go ahead and get it done. What do you all think?
I would like some time to look over what was given to me today.
Okay,
Okay.
Sure.
If you have any questions, give
It's
me
a large document, small numbers.
I know. Well, we're happy to address any questions that you have.
Thank you.
That's just me. Thank you.
Okay. Do you need us to come back next month?
I don't know that at this time, I don't have an answer for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
all right, road closures,
There are 3. First one, St. Myrid Parish Fall Picnic. This will be September, let's see. It's in September, on the 19th and the 20th, and they're looking to close a road for that on Brewery Street.
I'll make that motion.
we have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The other 2 are the same road closures, just different times. One is August 7th through August 9th for the Mariah Hill Foundation Annual Picnic. And the other one's for the vintage baseball game on September 27th, 25th through the 27th, same location.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
That's all I got.
That's all you got? Okay, ordinance 2026-07.
What
Josh?
is that?
That I thought was.
Did I put it in your packet?
I don't
I don't
remember
have that
getting
one.
Yeah, here it is. I got it.
Something that was added
It's the
in.
zoning ordinance
Oh, that was, yes, that was the one that was added in.
for the data centers that we sent last time.
Yes, yes.
And I didn't hear, I think you guys, we were gonna do it on, one reading and decided to, take a look at it, and so we brought it back. It's responsive, I think Mac led the charge on that for the most part, in terms of what all he wanted to see in there, but we took a look at what some of the other, communities and counties have done as well, and incorporated a lot of the same, type of provisions in there. You'll see one where it has to be on power generating industrial parcels only. I think that's probably the biggest issue, the biggest control that you guys have. There's a special exemption that's required, or special exception application that's required for it as well. We've also put in there noise standards, power standards in particular. I think this is a big issue here. Water standards as well, along with emissions, setbacks, where energy is stored. We've also got some screening and appearance things in here as well. Again, all of this is consistent with, I think, what a lot of the counties that are relatively restrictive have. It's not a moratorium by any means, but if it's gonna be here, it has to be in very particular areas with very particular,
There's protections for
Protections.
sight, sound, water.
exactly.
And not to be a burden to ratepayers. That's, I know the state's working on it, but that could be, I mean, something that we can do to kind of push.
And this, and we talked about this in principle last time. I think I had even distributed it maybe just shortly before the meeting, but I'm reminded here, you did not do a first reading on it yet. Doesn't look like.
Yeah, no, I
So-
think we just discussed
Right,
writing it, this
Right.
is the first
so this will be the first
reading.
reading.
You want to just do the first reading then?
And also I'll point this out too, this is as a zoning ordinance, it's gonna have to go to the plan commission for their, approval. I mean, what would typically, the typical procedure is you guys would pass it once, send it to them, then they have their vote and recommendation, and then it comes back to you for your second, vote, after you get their input.
Do we need a motion to send it
Yes,
to the plan
yep,
commission?
motion.
I'll make a motion
second
that we
vote.
send ordinance 2026-07 to the planning commission.
We have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second,
All those in favor?
aye.
All those opposed?
And I see we have the plan commission here, and we just know it's coming, and make sure it's on the agenda, I would say.
All right, anything else on that, Josh?
I don't.
Anything else in legal report?
Couple things, as you guys, well, first of all, we had some discussions recently with AEP, an economic development agreement with them. The ball is in their court. I think it was a week and a half ago, we had a phone call, and they pledged to get us a few comments. I mean, I think most of what we have in there in principle looks good. But there are a few tweaks they want to send our way. I haven't received it from them yet. We were having a discussion earlier about it takes a village. I, just so you guys know, have not received a contract from them. And then as it relates to Tenaska, I'd circulated to you guys a draft economic development agreement. I've got copies here if you need it or want it. Based on the feedback I got, I went ahead and sent it to them just for discussion purposes. I said, I haven't
commissioners may have additional comments or changes, but this is where we're thinking now. Of course, I just sent that this morning, so I obviously haven't gotten a response yet, but that's where that stands. I did get an email from Andrew Foster with the county council. We'll chat and make sure that from a sequence standpoint, we're on the same page, but I think the main thing is that any abatement that they approve is going to be subject to an economic development agreement. And likewise, our economic development agreement will be subject to approval of the abatement schedule by the county council. So both pieces of that will be needed before it takes effect. And then finally, just as a heads up, I will be gone from our first meeting in July on a family vacation. I think I will have internet access to the extent it's not problematic for Melissa. I'd love to watch, listen, and talk to the extent it's helpful, but I won't be here in person.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Any old business?
I just want to refer to our minutes from today that were presented. I know it lists in here the schedule vehicle usage. Did we discuss how we were going to handle listing the vehicles that we have that are available? How people, what did we decide?
I don't think we had details on how to proceed.
Well, it says,
Is that what
how do
you're
we
asking?
handle vehicles that are taken, well, not taken home? The issue at hand were departments who need to use a vehicle and the list of available vehicles. I just wanna make sure that we don't have an issue of scheduling a vehicle going forward. How do we handle a process for departments who need to use a vehicle?
I can get with Mindy and get a list of everything that is on our liability. And then that way we at least know what's available, because, I think if we put processes in place, but there's only one vehicle, then, the processes may be a little bit.
I just think that if a department needs to schedule a vehicle, they need to verify said vehicle is available before they make their schedule to be out and about, which is what happened in the last scenario. They had an appointment without a vehicle. I know the last time we used soil and water vehicle, I don't know why we couldn't, if it's on our list of use vehicles. I'm just asking for,
I don't.
how do we want to handle this? With a calendar of use, it's kind of like renting a conference room. How do
We
you,
have a calendar of use for somebody like what our building inspector does. That's not gonna work. Cause they are on an as-called basis.
I don't disagree.
So I don't know
His
how we
vehicle's
could,
not available.
how could we, I don't know how we could say a vehicle's available a week before. That ain't gonna work.
I think we should start with a list of vehicles that could fit this purpose before because we might have some vehicles,
So
but they're not available, or they don't
So
fit the purpose.
Do you just list what we got? And then whoever needs them has to make the calls to see if those vehicles are available?
I
Like
think that's a good option.
Interdepartment, yeah.
I don't disagree that our building inspector, his vehicle is used daily. We just need to make a list of vehicles that are available for different departments who need to use them within the county. Just so we don't have someone have something scheduled without a vehicle. I think that's how it came down the last time.
We get that,
we start with
and that can give us a little bit of an idea, we can work from there then. I'm sure some adjustments will have to be made, but that, that's a good start.
So I
You gotta
guess
have a
who do
starting
you,
point.
you're gonna get the list, and then we need to develop how we're gonna create
Well, then we
who's
gotta, then
using
we
the
gotta,
vehicle,
right.
checking the vehicle out.
Heather, I'm just gonna throw this out there because I drive my own, but if I had to do one, since you're gonna either use highway department vehicles or soil water, whoever, because it has a vehicle, there's not very many places that have vehicles we can use.
Right,
Why doesn't whoever, let's say Jim needs that vehicle, he calls soil and water and say, can I get the vehicle this day? And then go through them because they're gonna know if they need it or not, similar to the highway department, if they're the trucks back and get worked on.
well,
But-
I think that that's,
Instead of having it done here, then somebody's gonna do it, go 3 different ways to get it, to find out who's if it's available or not.
right, I don't think that's a bad
And
idea.
I think that would
So
probably be the best.
those are the two departments,
I mean, as
as
long
an
I know-
example,
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
then they coordinate that with those departments. But somehow we need to communicate the policy or the process to these
Well, what's-
departments.
Once Master gets a list, for sure that we know those are the ones available, and the highway gets your trucks back, and whatever else is going on with them. Then you can go, okay, there's 2 pickups at the highway department, there's the SUV, it's the soil and water, whatever ones there are, and just let them know. Cause I know Melissa Wooler had scheduled to be out one day this week, I think she already called soil and water, but she had to cancel it because somebody was off sick or something, so.
So that worked out good.
Yeah, it really did.
That worked out.
All right.
Okay,
I would
thank
like to add that with Greg being out and about, it's nothing in a day for him to be at an appointment, and while he's at that appointment, get 3 or 4 other phone calls. So he will work those in, especially in that area that he's in, to help save on time and mileage. So in his case, it would be very difficult for him to be able to designate that vehicle to somebody else, during a day.
yeah, I don't think his department is the choice for an extra vehicle. The good thing is, I don't think the assessor's office uses this a couple times a year. So,
Right now, because they're going out to look at people appealing things, but as a general rule, probably right now, they maybe want to give you reassessments, but it's not a lot.
mhm.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else on that?
No.
Sure. New business? Do you have any new business?
No, I don't.
There's somebody back there. Oh! Somebody from our ambulance department.
Yeah, as you know, you guys take and purchase the ambulances, and we insure them with the insurance for the ambulance service. And to protect your assets, we have you listed under our insurance as a co-signer in case of an accident. Well, we had an accident with the deer a couple of weeks ago, and I've got a check here that needs to be signed by the commissioner, so we can go ahead and proceed with it.
All right. I'm gonna say, do we need a motion for that?
I'll make a motion that we make sure they get their money.
There you go.
Yeah.
We have a
I will
motion.
second.
Is that an
All
official
those in
motion?
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
That way we protect your assets.
Oh, you got one, sign it?
Up there in the corner. There you go.
Oh my God, but I want to put it all up to sign. Okay.
So it's been County Board of Commissioners.
There's 3 of us.
2.5, I'm new.
You're so mad.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, anything
Yeah,
else?
well, if it hadn't been for that gear guard on it, we'd been replacing the chassis on that thing.
That was nice to have that, wasn't
Thank you.
it? Thank you. Any other new business?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
We have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you all very much.